welcome to my first ever fragrance review video on my channel, Chrissy Love. I am so excited to be doing this right now. Ever since COVID back in March, all the lockdowns happened, I just ignited a passion in me for perfume. I don't even know where it came from. I was the girl who had the one signature scent. I only ever kept one bottle of perfume. And then something happened. I think I got bored, or I just was feeling like I needed a creative outlet. And I became obsessed with just smelling as many perfumes as humanly possible. I am still on the warpath in that regard. And I also have a bone of minimalism in me. So it's driving me crazy to have all these perfumes. But in any case, I consider myself a curator of my perfume collection. And I will not keep anything in my collection unless it is true love, emotionally stirring, everything I need and more. And today, for my very first maiden voyage for my channel, which I am so excited about, I have opinions, guys. I have real opinions, and I've just really loved watching all of my favorite YouTubers. I'll link you all below just so you can, see who I'm watching and who I get inspiration from. I've found you all so inspiring, and just your opinions have just so many times rang true for me and inspired me by fragrances that I'm just completely in love with now. So thank you, and I hope that I can be part of this legacy of curating our collections together and be part of this amazing community. My voice is now added to the collection, and I just am so excited to be here. So today I'm going to be starting off with a very relevant first video topic, which is the big baddies, rating the ones that YouTube made me buy. Cute, right? But these are the ones that YouTube just got in my head, and I couldn't ignore the call, the siren call of these. Well, I call the baddies because they're the ones that like everyone has reviewed. I know, I'm just throwing my hat in the ring here and giving you my honest opinions and kicking off with a bang, hopefully. So thank you for being here. So if you would, I will appreciate it more than you know if you want to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and of course, as everyone says, click that notification bell so that you know when I have new videos posted. And there will be lots more videos. I have lots of perfumes, so you will be hearing from me again. So let's jump in and start with the first one. So for my first perfume review, you're gonna laugh at this one because I know you've seen it before, but this is Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. And the bottle's a little funny because I got it off Mercari. I love my deals, but the juice is great. It still smells delicious. So the top notes on this one are apple and grape. The middle notes are white woods, iris, and patchouli. And the base notes are caramel, amber, musk, suede, and Peru balsam. I don't get any of that Peru balsam in here, but the very first spray, when I spray it for the first time, what I get is this juicy musk. It's so interesting. It's a sweet, lively, juicy musk. And then, people go back and forth, I've seen on YouTube, about if they smell apple juice or not. I'd say when it's first hitting my skin, I actually do smell the apple juice. I do. I get that because it smells a little bit watery, a little bit body spray-ish, I'll be honest. A little bit saccharine, a little bit too sweet. But then once it dries down, my skin always pulls out the sweetness. I have kind of oily skin, so it pulls out the sweetness in perfumes. And that's when I get that nice apple caramel. And that sits on my skin and lasts a good 4 to 5 hours before I need to reapply it. Because I love to have that like voluminous scent bubble around me. It's not about anyone around me, right? It's about my experience with the perfume. And I like to twirl my head and my hair, and I like to smell it. So if I don't smell it, even if the people around me are just gagging, I'm going to spray it again because I need my scent bubble around me at all times. So after 4 or 5 hours, I reapply the Casablanca and it comes back. I would say this is a really easy reach. I would say this is something that's really good for first-time perfume buyers. Really easy blind buy because there's really nothing offensive about it. There is patchouli and this suede, which can be offensive to some, but you don't really get those too much. It really is just like such an easy wear, really inoffensive. But I will say, I wish I smelled the suede a bit more. I wish that it was a little bit more sexy. I would say this is very daytime, very pick me up when I first get up in the morning, right after a shower, kind of fresh, not in like an aquatic or citrus way, but it's got like a apple juice freshness to it. So yeah, I love it. I love having it in my collection. I never want to let it go. And it's going to be amazing in the spring and summertime when that comes back around. Now, I live in Vermont, so it's going to be a little while. All right, on to the next. All right, for my next one, this is one that for me is emotionally stirring. I mean, I smell this and I get feelings. So this is Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice. Yes, there she is. Gorgeous. Beautiful pink, beautiful classy bottle. Oh, it's just so pretty. It is an eau de toilette, so it is a tad lighter. But this is another beautiful spring, summer fragrance that when I watched my very first YouTube video about this, probably 8 months ago, I was like, oh, it can't be that good. Like, it's just like a eau de toilette. Like, it sounds so simple, like watermelon and rhubarb. But then I got it in my hands, and at first sniff, it was just pure, true love. So, I'll give you the notes here. The top notes are kiwi, rhubarb, and pink pepper. The middle notes are watermelon, cyclamen, and jasmine. And the base notes are lemon tree, oh, so nice, musk, and sandalwood. And, oh, I really get the rhubarb. That's the strongest scent for me. So fresh and light. And that, like, sweet watermelon underneath. It's just so juicy. I actually have, like, you know, can feel it in my mouth, the juice from this perfume. I also think it would be pretty nice for a unisex perfume, actually, if a man likes to smell a little bit sweeter. I think it would just be gorgeous on a man. Yeah, this is definitely a winner for me. I actually had to buy a backup just because I could not, without guilt, use my initial bottle. Yeah, that's how good this is. I would not allow myself to spray the initial bottle until I had a backup, just in case it got discontinued. I mean, it happens all the time. Oh my goodness. I consider this one an investment in my future, this backup right here, because I'm just so in love with it. You know, it doesn't last too long on my skin. My skin really just sucks up perfume. So, you know, 2 or 3 hours and I'm going to have to respray. But again, I like that scent bubble around me. So I'm kind of more of a heavy sprayer. But if I sprayed it once and, you know, went to the beach, I think I'd be very happy with that too. And speaking of going to the beach, last summer when I got this for the first time, I was bringing this bottle to the beach with me because it's really solid. It's quite thick. And I felt really safe just throwing it in my beach bag. You know, it's a pretty simple bottle, nothing that can really fall off it or snag on it. And so I just like, oh, it was heaven, just spraying myself in the sun, the hot sun, and like the you know, waves from the lake. We get some waves on the lake. It's coming up. Oh my gosh, it just really set the mood for the day. This is another one that is just such a great blind buy, such a great gift. Oh my goodness, it's a love, obviously. It's a love. So this next one really needs no introduction. It is Jean-Paul Gaultier La Belle. Yes, yes. Look at that bottle. I can't get enough of it. I think the bottle on its own is just so sexy and so beautiful. I'm just in love with it. So I actually got a sample of this many months ago and was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. And then I asked for it for Christmas and got it for Christmas. And since then, I've sprayed it quite a bit, as you can see. I'm just really enjoying this one now. So the top note is pear, the middle note is vetiver, and the base note is vanilla. And this also, with that pear, comes off really juicy right from the start. But what really draws me in about it, so it's not just like a fresh spring perfume, is that vanilla. It's actually a pretty heady vanilla. I'm actually pretty impressed. A lot of vanillas, for some reason, smell kind of cheap to me. I think when people, when the designers go for like a kind of light vanilla impression, it doesn't read well. I like more of like a good deep vanilla bean, and this has that deep vanilla bean for me that just rounds out the pear and the vetiver. So it's so fresh, but actually pretty sexy. Not like super sexy, but it's, you know, it's date night. It's like first, second, third date night, I would say. In terms of sillage, it stays on my skin about 4 hours. Again, my skin just sucks up perfume like crazy. So I really do need to reapply this. And I think that's because the pear is kind of a lighter scent that kind of dissipates. It doesn't maintain that strength that I really want. I know a lot of people say that it lasts a very long time. It's my skin, guys. I know it's me. It's not you. But then the projection, once you have it on, once it's like fresh sprayed for the first couple of hours, I get that bubble that I love, that beautiful scent bubble. Yeah, so this one, I mean, it's winter time here, dead of winter, and I'm still loving wearing this one. I'm getting spring vibes with this one, but I'm not waiting to wear it. This is happening right now. All right, so I'm going to have a pretty unpopular opinion about this one. Viktor and Rolf Bonbon. It's an adorable bottle. It's just gorgeous. I mean, I don't know who hasn't reviewed this one. And by the notes, like, yes, this is my jam. This is exactly what I want to smell like. This is me in a bottle. Top notes are peach, mandarin orange, and orange. Middle notes are caramel, orange blossom, and jasmine. And base notes are amber, sandalwood, guaiac wood, and cedar. And I don't really get any of those base notes, to be honest. So here's my gripe. I think I'm slightly anosmic to it, and I'm so sad because it's so what I want it to be. I really want to be that like caramel, peachy, orangey, fresh goodness that everyone talks about. And when I first spray it, it's not that I'm totally anosmic, because when I first spray it, I do get actually black currant. Does anyone else get that? I get black currant. Maybe it's the color of the bottle that's doing that to me. But then when I put it on my skin, within like 10 minutes, it's just gone. I can't smell anything. If I really put my, nose up to my wrist, I get a little bit of sweetness, that like, kind of cheap, fakey sweetness that like all the perfumes have. Gosh, it makes me so sad because I totally believe that everyone else is getting something beautiful out of this and it's just my nose. Totally believe that. But I am so sad to report that this is just a scrubber for me, because if I can't smell it, what's the point of wearing it? It's perfume. Yeah, so this was a sad one for me. Luckily, I did buy this bottle that was mostly used on Mercari for pretty cheap. So I just kind of decanted the rest of it, and I'm probably going to just, look at this bottle for fun. But I'm definitely not rebuying this one. YouTube made me buy it, and YouTube broke my heart. Okay, so this is the last one. And this is one that if YouTube had not made me buy it, I probably never would have found it. This is Michael Kors Twilight Shimmer, the Eau de Parfum. And Michael Kors has a whole bunch that are really similar to this. And so I couldn't really tell the difference between them. None really stood out to me. All the notes sounded fine, but I was like, yeah, I'll get around to it. And then I saw the Simple Chic Life. And I've watched her channel for a very long time. I'm a big fan. And she described this as one of her signature scents. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll give it a try. I found it for a pretty good price. So before I get ahead of myself, the top notes are plum and red fruits. The middle notes are lotion oud. And the base notes are praline and woodsy notes. And when I first got it and first sprayed it, I actually got smoke on my skin, like incensey smoky, I get a lot, actually. My skin really brings out the smoke and things. And I was like, oh, this is a scrubber. I'm selling it tomorrow. I can't stand it. And then the next day, I said, all right, I'll give it one more try. It is the season for this. It's winter time. So I sprayed it on my neck, and we went downtown, and I had a scarf around my neck. And the whole day, I just got these wafts, like, so wafts of it. And I was like, oh, what smells so good? What was that? I was like, oh, it's me. That's me. It shouldn't have taken me so long to figure it out. But I just was like, something emerged from this. I think it's the plum. That depth of the plum and that juiciness just came out. And the woodsy notes, I think that I was initially interpreting the woodsy notes as smoke, but then once it settled on my skin a little bit, it turned into what it was supposed to be. That like woodsy and also the praline, that depth and sweetness of the praline. And now I can't live without it. I am so glad that I took a chance, because this is definitely going to be a go-to scent for me for many years until I just get totally sick of it and can't do it anymore. Oh my God. It's just so delicious. Yes. Very happy. Thank you. Michael Kors Twilight Shimmer Eau de Parfum. I only have 1 ounce, but gonna have to get more. So, thank you so much again for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe and sign up for notifications because I have a lot more to share with you. Have a great day. Thank you.